So today we are going to be learning about the inferior vena cava. Now inferior vena cava is a very important structure. So yeah, let's just start. So first of all, what is the inferior vena cava? It is one of the most important veins of the body. It is the largest vein. It collects the, like in basic language, it collects the deoxygenated blood and of the body and sends it to the right atrium. Now we are gonna properly get into what is the inferior vena cava. Now first is the introduction. So basically the inferior vena cava is formed by the union of the right and left common iliac veins. Okay, and then it this happens, the union of these two veins happens at the level of L5. So this is an important point to remember. Then it is a structure of the posterior abdominal wall. So what is there in the near the posterior abdominal wall? The vertebral column. So it ascends in front of the vertebral column and it is present on the right side of the aorta, abdominal aorta, and also it goes and it ends in the right atrium. So like that you can remember basically that it is mostly on the right side of the body. And then it pierces the diaphragm in the central tendon at the level of T8. We know that because one of the major large diaphragmatic openings is T8, T10 and T12. So T8 is inferior vena cava opening, so you can remember like that. Now we are going to look at the relations. After the relations, we'll look at the tributaries, because these are like the important parts. So whenever a question is asked, then you have to answer it in this way. Like first you're going to give a brief introduction about it, and then you're going to state its relations, and then you're going to state its tributaries. Now first coming to relations. So you have to see the anterior relations first. So anteriorly, that is anterior to the inferior vena cava, that is inferior vena cava के सामने ये सारी चीज़ें होती हैं. तो हम ऊपर से नीचे आएंगे. So from above downwards. So ऊपर से नीचे ये सब होता है. So from above downwards, let's see. So first is the posterior surface of liver. So this is a basic one. ये सबको पता होता है कि liver के posterior surface पे you even have a groove, an impression for the inferior vena cava. So this is quite easy to remember. So सबसे ऊपर we have posterior surface of liver. So from above downwards, तो नीचे नीचे आते क्या क्या होंगे हम देखेंगे. Then we have the epiploic foramen. So you know the epiploic foramen is the foramen where the lesser and greater sacs communicate, and it is near the free margin of the lesser omentum. Next, after epiploic foramen, we have first part of duodenum. एंड फर्स्ट हम ऐसे ही नीचे ही जा रहे हैं ना, तो लिवर के नीचे ही आएगा, और लिवर तो राइट साइड पे होता है, तो आप ऐसे देख लो, यू कैन रिमेंबर इट लाइक दैट. एज आई सेड, ये मोस्टली इट इज़ ऑन द राइट साइड ओनली, बिकॉज यू नो इट्स ऑन द राइट साइड ऑफ द एओर्टा, और ये जाके राइट एट्रियम में एंड होता है. तो आप ऐसे याद रख सकते हो. इट्स फॉर योर यू नो मेकिंग इट ईजी फॉर योर सेल्फ. देन आफ्टर एंड फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ दुओडेनम के पास यू हैव द पोर्टल वेन. Then इसके बाद आता है second. So you know that after second part of duodenum you have the first part of duodenum, you have the second part of duodenum, but it's not directly related to the second part of duodenum, but it is related to the head of the pancreas. And हम सब जानते हैं कि the concavity of like in the concavity of the second part of the duodenum, the head of the pancreas is lodged. So like that you can remember head of the pancreas, और यहीं हमको bile duct भी होता है. Then I'm sorry for the disturbance. And The next part after that is third part of duodenum. So, and the last one is the right gonadal artery. तो ये जो एयोटा एब्डोमिनल एयोटा है उसके बगल में ही इंफीरियर वीना केवा है. तो बहुत सारे आपको ऐसे सिमिलैरिटीज़ दिख जाती हैं और रिलेशंस दिख जाती हैं एक दूसरे के बीच में. राइट गोनाडल आर्टरी इज़ अ ब्रांच ऑफ एब्डोमिनल एयोटा और लाइक ये एब्डोमिनल एयोटा है तो ये अगर इंफीरियर वीना केवा है तो आपको ऐसे आता है राइट गोनाडल आर्टरी. So that is why anterior structures में you have this. Next we have the posterior relation. So posterior मतलब इसके पीछे क्या है. तो हम अभी above देखते हैं तो ऊपर और नीचे. So above when we see these structures above, so basically you have the right crust of diaphragm behind the inferior vena cava. As I said, you know, right के साथ आप सब चीज़ों को अच्छे से कर सकते हो, you know, relate. So basically you have the right crust of diaphragm behind the inferior vena cava, but between the right crust of diaphragm और inferior vena cava थोड़ी चीज़ें हैं. So you can write that the following structures separate the inferior vena cava from the right crust of diaphragm. So what are these structures? So we have the right, as I said, you have to remember it's right. So it'll be easy for you guys. So we have the right renal artery, then we have the right celiac ganglion and right suprarenal. So what are they? I'll tell you guys again. So you have the right renal artery, right celiac ganglion and I'm so sorry for the background noises, it is very noisy here for some reason. And then we have the right suprarenal gland. Okay, so these are above and then below आपको ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं relations. You have the right psoas major muscle because posterior relations and psoas major muscle is posterior में near the posterior abdominal wall, so you know. And then we have the sympathetic ganglion. So these were the relations of the inferior vena cava. Now we will come to the tributaries. मैं अभी सारे ट्रिब्यूटरीज के बारे में कुछ विस्तार में नहीं बोलूँगी. I won't go into detail. I'm just going to give you a slight idea because this is the inferior vena cava. You don't have to write about each and every tributary in detail because this is about the inferior vena cava as a whole. So for remembering the tributaries, I have a mnemonic for you guys. It is I like to raise so high. If you remember this mnemonic, it will be easy for you guys to remember the tributaries. So first we'll see I say you have the iliac veins. So common iliac veins. And then like matlab L say you have lumbar vein. So basically you have the third and fourth lumbar veins क्योंकि first and second lumbar veins जो होती हैं वो directly inferior vena cava में नहीं end होती हैं. हमको सिर्फ third and fourth are ending in the inferior vena cava. Then 2 में हमको आता है T and T से you have the testicular or ovarian. Testicular or ovarian, basically you can say they are the gonadal veins. Okay, then we have raise. तो रेज में आपको आता है R, और R से यू हैव द रीनल वेन्स। देन सो का मतलब S से आता है सुप्रारीनल वेन्स। एंड देन वी हैव हाई मतलब H से आता है हेपेटिक वेन्स। सो बेसिकली these are the tributaries of the inferior vena cava. So first we have I like to raise so high. So I मतलब common iliac veins. Now right and left, so मैं विस्तार से 2-3 lines I am going to tell you about each of these veins. तो common iliac veins मतलब आपको क्या आता है? The right and left common iliac veins join at the level of L5 to form the inferior vena cava. And then there is some iliolumbar vein. The iliolumbar vein joins the common iliac veins, and the median sacral vein, it joins only the left common iliac vein. Then we have the second one, I like to raise so high. Like matlab lumbar veins, that is only third and fourth lumbar veins. So the third and fourth lumbar veins, they end in the inferior vena cava, whereas the first and second lumbar veins, they end in the ascending lumbar vein, which is a completely different thing. अगर आपको जानना है उसके बारे में तो मैं बाद में वीडियो बनाऊंगी. And then we have the third one, which is the testicular or ovarian, which is the gonadal vein. So जो right gonadal vein है, it ends in the inferior vena cava, just below the renal vein. Whereas the left gonadal vein, it ends in the left renal vein instead of the left inferior vena cava. So मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, the right gonadal vein ends in the inferior vena cava, whereas the left gonadal vein ends in the left renal vein. तो यही डिफरेंस है, आप याद रख लीजिए, बिकॉज वाइवा में पूछ सकते हैं ये बात. एंड देन फोर्थ वन इज द renal vein. So these what about these renal veins? So the renal veins जो हमको है left renal vein, this is left renal vein is longer than the right renal vein, क्योंकि जो right renal vein है this directly ends in the inferior vena cava, whereas the left renal vein also ends in the inferior vena cava, but इसके अंदर जो है you get the left gonadal vein, मैंने अभी आपको यहाँ बताया है, and the left suprarenal vein. Then हमको जो नेक्स्ट है वो है suprarenal vein. उसके बारे में क्या ही बोलूँ मैं. The right suprarenal vein ends in the inferior vena cava, but the left suprarenal vein ends in the left renal vein. And then we have our hepatic veins. There are 3 hepatic veins, and these end in the inferior vena cava. Just before the inferior vena cava pierces the diaphragm. So ये था about the inferior vena cava. अगर आपको किसी और के बारे में चाहिए तो प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट्स में बताइए, and I'll make videos about them. So this was about the inferior vena cava. It is very inferior vena cava. It is very easy. You just tributaries तो ख़ास तौर से बहुत आसान होते हैं अगर आप एक बार ढंग से पढ़ते हैं. I am referring to BD चौरासिया because of course it's a very easy way of learning. अगर आप beginner हो, आप अभी समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हो और आपके पास टाइम नहीं है, एग्ज़ाम के लिए जल्दी पढ़ना है, प्लीज़ रेफर टू BD चौरासिया. इट्स वेरी ईजी. दैट इज़ माई रेफरेंस. और just remember this mnemonic. I like to raise so high. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.